morning and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. Friends, we all going through a lot in today's time, but we all have to stay strong and cooperate with each other. Together, we all can overcome this pandemic. That's the only solution. Take care of everyone around you. Be concerned about everybody around you. Practice all the important things that WHO and other has been telling you. And let's have the agenda on the show now. All right, so we have our friend, registered nurse of Trillium Hospital, Alka Salwan, today. She's going to give us an update on the hospitals and the COVID vaccines outcomes. Then we have Molton Women Council. We have three very amazing characters, amazing women from this council coming up on the show today. Then we have Movie Mania and Best Practices, and then Christmas Poetry by Patricia Lobo. She's a wonderful poet. I'm telling you guys, you're going to have a good time today on my show. I know you always enjoy it, but today it's going to be more fun. So let's see if we have Alka in our studio. Hello, good morning, Hare Krishna. Hello.
Good morning, Hare Krishna Ekta. Thank you for having me again on the show.
Oh, thanks to you for agreeing to come on such a short notice. You know, we really liked your show. We really liked the information you shared with. And it was on the request of a lot of my friends and other people who've been watching the show to invite you again so that you can give us fresh update on the COVID. And let's have the video first to see what's going on.
Sure.
We are excited to get the vaccine. We are in the COVID unit, so therefore, my team will be getting first chances to get the vaccine. And I know that it's really, I'm sorry, I'm feeling really dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pfizer found 44,000 volunteers to participate in its COVID-19 vaccine trial. Carson Clark is one of them.
My mom has diabetes. I have some other family members that have some lung issues, and so they're higher risk for having complications from COVID. So I just decided that I'm in good health, so I could do this.
He got his first shot in early September. His second vaccination 3 weeks later.
They first tested me for COVID just to make sure I didn't already have it.
Testing negative for the virus, he became a human guinea pig.
The day that I got the shot, my arm got pretty sore. And then the next day when I woke up, I just had some kind of general fatigue.
He says he wasn't alarmed by it because he was given this list of side effects to expect, which include tiredness, chills, loss of appetite, muscle aches, and sweating.
And it only lasted that one day, and then it was gone the next day after that.
Infectious disease Dr. Peter Chen Hong says 25 to 50% of the 75,000 patients involved in the Pfizer-Moderna trials experienced some side effects. 15% of those more serious and took more than a day to recover.
As for the lockdowns in the areas that are locked down right now that are expiring on Monday, I can tell you they won't be expiring. We're going to continue on with the lockdowns within those regions, and we'll have additional information on Monday for the balance of the province. Thank you.
So we have the lockdown again. We're not coming out of the lockdown. What's the update in the hospitals, Alka?
So Ikta, as I said last week also, the hospitals are all really, really stretched to capacity right now. Most hospitals in the GTA are actually over capacity. In our terms, in the hospital organizations, we call it a surge. I can tell you we are in surge right now. Trillium is, we call it, we have them in zones. So we are in a red zone, which means that we are over capacity, and especially the ICUs. Our ICU at Trillium Health Partners is really stretched over limit. We have patients who are surged in other spaces outside the ICU to take care of these patients. So I don't know how I can put it out to the public out there. Really, 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 we all need you guys to help us because we can't do this by ourselves. We have to have you all in it because this is real and it is here and it's been here since March, guys, and it's not going away soon. I know we have a little glimmer of hope with this vaccine coming out, and we really want people to be together and cooperate so we can, be fighting this pandemic together. I can tell you, Trillium has a tent set up. It's called a pandemic response tent that has been set up since actually March when the first wave started. It can hold up to 100 beds and 100 patients. But unfortunately, right now, it's the nurses which are short. And, in the first wave, they said, PPE was like gold and, we were short on PPE and we were trying our best to kind of conserve it. Right now, what our management, our leadership has told us, PPE is not the problem. It's the manpower. It's the nurses who's the problem right now. So even though we have that tent which can hold up to 100 patients, we don't have people to take care. We don't have enough nurses, enough hands who can take care of people. So the only way we can stop it is if we follow what the government has been telling us, do your social distancing, do your part, wash your hands, wear those masks, try to limit yourself, don't go out, be with your family, okay? This is the time to be just with your immediate family. And I know this is holiday season, everybody wants, to get together, everybody's tired and sick of, being by themselves. But guys, there is another year. This is not the end of the world, If we are alive, if our loved ones are alive, we can celebrate all these things together next year with them, And I have seen, and Ekta knows, I was deployed in ICU. I was taking care of COVID patients myself. And I can tell you, it's really, really hard for those people who are on the ventilators. You guys can't even imagine. I don't know how to put it out there. You can imagine yourself drowning. There's a little tube, like a straw in your mouth that you're breathing from, okay? And that's going to cause sores in your mouth. After 2 days of having that tube in your mouth, it's gross to see how your mouth looks, okay? You're totally out of it. And COVID not only affects your lungs, it affects all the organs of your body. People are having heart attacks because of COVID. People are having clots because of COVID. People are having kidney damages out of COVID. I have seen people who were in the ICUs on the ventilators with COVID having dialysis to be done because their kidneys are shutting down. So it's not that COVID is, people think, oh yeah, it's just a little cold, whatever, I'll come over it. Because yes, people have recovered from it. We are seeing that. But there are also people who get really, really sick, and die from this. So I can tell you, you guys can help this situation by doing what you've been told to do so that the hospitals are not being overloaded and, we can care for people. I can also tell you right now, because of the situation with the, all this surge, the surgeries are going to get impacted. You know how the surgeries were completely shut down in the first wave? We had a backlog of 150,000 surgeries in Ontario. So can you imagine if you need a surgery for a cancer that's growing, okay, you need a surgery and you were told we can't do your surgery because of the COVID surge and there's no beds in there. Can you imagine now you have to wait 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, you don't even know how long you have to wait. And this tumor is going to grow and kill you. Can you imagine that? So I request, people rise above your selfishness, please, and, be together and think of others. We say Christmas is a season of giving. It's a gift of giving. You can give this gift to everyone. Be safe at home. Be in your own home. Follow all the protocols that they're telling you to follow. That's the best gift you can give to your loved ones this Christmas.
Certainly, thank you so much for sharing so much of important information people still don't understand. Now, since the vaccine is out, there are stories coming up with the vaccine. Initially, we were all dying to have the vaccine. Now, vaccine is there, but people are all kind of spreading rumors and stories and things that it's kind of conspiracy. It's
Mhm.
got a lot of side effects. What do you think about
Right.
that?
Well, I've read, yes, there have been some side effects. There were 3 cases in Alaska, and then there were some 4 cases in Chicago that happened. And I would say, Ekta, yes, this is a new vaccine. It was developed in a very short period of time, which is very unusual for something like this to happen. But we are in unusual times. It is a pandemic. And the only reason this vaccine, I think, came out so quick was because people were already working on it. And it's not like just 1 or 2 scientists and working on this. There's almost about 200 scientists who work on this, day in and day out. And all the governments came together. So it's a whole lot of effort that's been put in. And I understand there has been, some side effects, some reactions, but it's like any other medication. You take some medications and sometimes you have side effects to that. And some people do have some severe allergic reactions, but all those people were treated properly and, all those people have recovered fully. And we need to see like how many, like what's the percentage here? Like how many people got vaccines and how many had those reactions? I know what happens with media is most of the time they will just kind of focus on a negative part of the story, right? So they're going to focus at, oh my God, there's like 4 reactions happened. There was a severe, anaphylactic reaction happened. But they're not going to shed a light on the positive part. How many people actually got the vaccine? There were maybe over 300 people in that batch who got the vaccine, and 4 of them got that reaction. So you got to think of that, and it's like any other medication. You take pain, just a simple example. A lot of people take pain medicine, right? There are so many side effects of the pain medicine. People can get. I know someone at work who took a pain medicine and she had delirium after, which means she had hallucinations after. So does that mean you're not going to take it? Yes, you might not take it again because you know what it does to you. But it was something that was treatable. We treated it. So you gotta. I think we're in a situation right now. You gotta pick the lesser evil. Like, do you really want to have COVID and then be shot down with that? Or yes, I will take the vaccine. And okay, if I do have side effects, you have the medical team on standby there, and they will take care of me. So if you don't have faith in the medical system, are you not going to go to the hospital? You're telling me tomorrow you catch COVID, you're not coming to the hospital because you don't know what they're going to put in your body. You don't know what medicine is going to have a side effect on you. So I want to ask those people, like, truly, you got this back. You're saying, I don't know what they're putting in my body here. Go to the hospital. The drugs that the doctors are putting in, like, what are they going to do, right? What are they going to do to your body? You people have reactions, and we see it daily when we work with people. Sometimes a common medicine, which we've been using for a long time, for one person, it has a severe side effect, right? So I mean, it's the same thing like that that's happening here, but I think the media is projecting a lot of negativity out there, but I would like to request everybody, please don't focus just on the negative, bigger picture. Look at, and nobody is forcing you to take it, but we're all advising that you should take it because if there's not a certain percentage of population that takes this vaccine, it's not worth it. It's not going to work. So there has to be a certain amount of population that takes this vaccine for this pandemic to be over, so we can break that chain of infection.
Thank you so much for giving such a important, vital information to everyone here. I hope people understand this and take it very, very seriously if they have not yet started taking it. It was wonderful having you on my show. Thank you very, very much. I hope viewers are happy to have you again, and we all practice safe distance and safe life. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thank you, Ekta. Thank you so much.
So here was Alka Salwan, who gave very, very important information and live from the hospital. She's working there day and night, taking care of ICU patients, and she's been telling me every other day what's the situation there. And that's the reason why I requested her to come here again. So let's see what we have next on the show. So we have Molton Women Council. I hope those ladies have come up on my show. Hello, Mitaji. Where is Asma and Fawzia?
Yeah. Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm
Hi,
good.
Fawzia is
ladies.
very much
Good morning.
here.
Hello, Asmaji. And where is Fawzia?
I'm right
This is
here.
Fawzia.
Fawzia, sorry. Okay, maybe Asma will take a little time. Let's have the powerful video from this organization, Molton Women Council.
Sure.
Hello, Asmaji.
Sorry about that technical glitch.
No problem. We understand. We are all into this technical world today, and we already have this kind of glitches. So I would like to know from you, Asmaji, since your background is from pharmacy and you've been associated with hospice and other important things, What was the reason of joining or setting up this small little
Okay,
women
so
council?
I would clarify a little bit. I have a pharmacy background from Pakistan and US, but I am not practicing pharmacy here. I am practicing social services because I studied addictions and community services in Canada. Why I joined Molton Women Council? There are multiple reasons. I was extremely touched by the passion and the work Molton Women Council does. I know Molton Women Council since almost 10 years. I would say over 10 years. And the way they work and the way they are connected with the community is amazing. So that is why, I've been involved with them as a volunteer, and then I served as a board for almost a year. I stepped down, and now currently I'm working as a project coordinator for an entirely new project, amazing project. And, I can tell more about that here.
Certainly, I would like to know more about what you're doing here and how you are helping the community.
Okay, so I would say, it's the team helping. They have an amazing team, and everybody is like so connected, and that's lovely to see. So this project, that's recently been funded by the Ontario Trillium Foundation. It's called the Mentorship Connections for Success, and it's purely for women, of course. And what we are going to do here is we are going to recruit newcomer South Asian women who are professionally trained from back home, and we're going to connect them to mentors who will be South Asian women again working in the field here in Canada. So we're going to recruit these mentees. We're going to connect them with the mentors, and then each mentor would be doing like a group session with these with a bunch of like 5 mentees, and then working individually with each of the mentees, and will help them navigate the Canadian system. We've identified 7 or 8 sectors, for example, in healthcare, nursing, social services, pharmacy, medicine, and then teaching, and then IT. So, we're going to match these mentees with the mentors, and they'll take it from there. Again, we'll also be doing 10 skill building workshops. So where we're going to train these women as Molton Women Council, we're going to bring external speakers, and we're going to do some of these workshops internally. So we're going to train them around IT. Like, this is a new world. It's all Zoom. Sometimes, I kind of, joke. I said, it's Zoom after Zoom after Zoom meeting. And finally we are Zoomed out, right? So Zoom and this is my first time talking at StreamYard. So we are all learning every day. So we're going to teach these women about Zoom and, Microsoft and meetings and, or GoToMeeting and all that. So we're going to equip them with that because that's required. That's very important these days. We're going to teach them about communications, right? The Canadian labor market, harassment policy, violence at work, presentation skills. So we're going to we'll try our best to equip them, match them with mentors, and then bring them in the Canadian labor market.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Fantastic. You are doing such a wonderful job, especially for the newcomers. It's a very, very interesting and important things to get connected with you, and then how you're going to help them and navigate, the system and the society here, and also other things which every newcomer faces here. Fantastic. So I have with me Fazia. Fazia, you are a strong, high stress preventer. You've done so much of mental, so much of workshop and other things on mental health. And I've seen your very strong documentary that you made with one of this production house only. And I would like to know more from you rather than I speak about you. What all you do here?
Well, thank you for having us, Akta. And so what I do is I awaken women to the belief that our wellness is our responsibility and the importance of taking care of ourselves. And I do that through offering workshops for mental health and wellness recovery. And I was introduced to Molton Women Council earlier this year. I was invited to come and present for them. And once I got to really know what they were all about and all of the fantastic things that they're up to, their mission and my mission is just in alignment. And I thought, this is my tribe. These are my people. And so we've just sort of locked arms, and I've been able to come together with them and really offer sharing through stories and information and bringing workshops. And every Friday night, they offer sessions for women to join. And obviously, everything is online through Zoom. So through those workshops, we're sharing with each other and educating and learning from each other how to navigate what's going on in the world today. How do we take care of ourselves so that we can show up better to take care of our families?
One thing here,
Yeah.
I would like to give our viewers some tips how to stay strong in this COVID time. I guess that's your specialization, so please kindly tell my viewers here.
Absolutely. And speaking of a pandemic, that we're all surrounded by it, right? We're all surrounded by it. We have to understand that information is coming to us from all directions. And again, I go back to our wellness is our responsibility. So when I talk about wellness, it's not just physical wellness or mental wellness, but mental health, but also our emotional wellness, our spiritual wellness. And we have to really understand that although all of this information is coming to us and we may be bombarded and it can get overwhelming, it's up to us to decide how much we allow ourselves to absorb. So yes, it's important obviously to understand what's going on in the world and within our communities, but we don't need to have that play-by-play, minute-by-minute update. We don't have to watch every news station so that all we're hearing is, what's wrong and what's happening and how many people are suffering. We know that this is going on. Everyone is well aware of it. We know that they're in the process of coming up with some measures for us to take precautions. There are lockdowns in parts of the city, but at the same time, we have to take that precaution for ourselves. We have to make sure that we're setting healthy boundaries in regards to the information that we allow ourselves to be exposed to, and also setting healthy boundaries in regards to the types of conversations that we're engaging in. So if you're going to have conversations with people that are always talking about the complexity of everything that's happening and how scary it is and creating that fear, then you have to be mindful of walking away from those types of conversations and engage in activities that will nurture your mental health, nurture your spiritual health, nurture your physical health, and nurture, go ahead, your emotional health.
I have a question. Suppose somebody is going through a lot of stress, and how do one reach to you?
To reach out to me, absolutely. They can connect with me through social media. Just look me up, Fazia Murtaza. I'm available on social media, and I guess if they even reach out to you, Akta, and then you can get us connected as well.
Awesome. That is wonderful. I'm going to come back to you again. Let me just speak to Mitaji, who's been sitting here and watching us talking. Mitaji, your bio is pretty big enough. You are a powerful entertainment, wonderful singer, choreographer. You bring a light in any of the events. Please tell me something from your mouth only. I would like to hear.
Actually, I'm I'm from India, and I was back home a banker, and for my passion of music and another thing that is called energy healing. I follow a spiritual group called Yoga Pranavidya. I left my job. I just wanted to pursue my fields of interest because I've been I had been working for such a long time. So last year I came to know these people in Molton Women Council. First time I went to one of their meetings, and I was, as Asma and Fawzia told you, their way of working is so impressive, and the way and the honesty with which and the passion with which everyone follows the dreams of every other woman. So this is, I always say that Molton Women Council is my worth consolidated. They consolidate our worth, whatever we are capable of, and we are given a chance to present our talent, our work, and we are getting to know such awesomely talented and knowledgeable and great people like Asma and Fozia through, and so many others through this Molten Women Council. I'm really amazed.
You just said you heal people through energy. How do you heal? How do you do that? And
So
how do
ours is
you?
no touch healing. We don't touch. So we heal your chakras. We all know that chakras are the invisible energy centers in our bodies, and from chakras we have invisible nadis. The ancient way of
Method.
healing people, treating people from illnesses. So basically, the teachings are based on that. And of course, we have a holistic approach. We talk about way of living, diet, forgiveness, lot of forgiveness, and Buddha's meditations. So many meditations we teach, breathing exercises. So this is a holistic approach: how to keep healthy, and how in such COVID times, especially, to increase immunity and to stay positive, to maintain your physical, your etheric, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. This is what we learn in Yoga Pranamidya. Thank you.
Asmaji, I have a question.
Mhm.
You ladies are all united here under one banner, one umbrella. Is it being funded by government, or it's that you or somebody else is sponsoring you? You're getting some grants. How are you all functioning here?
Okay, so that's a lovely question. And like I said, Malta Women Council has been working since, I would say, almost 10 years. But we recently got funded last year. So we have a couple of projects. Like I said, the project I'm working on is funded by the Ontario Trillium Foundation. And then we have other funders. I think Uzma would be a better person, if she was here to comment on that. But we are funded and we are applying for more funds and more grants are coming. We are very optimistic. And because the government understands the need for these services, and they understand for the need to provide more support around mental health and domestic violence and all that, right? So like I said, Malta Women Council is a huge advocate of strengthening and empowering women to be like financially independent, like I would say, because a lot of mental health comes from, obviously there are root causes, right? So I would say mental health may cause domestic violence, or domestic violence may cause mental health. And then financial independence of women, especially when you're an immigrant woman in these countries, is a huge issue. A part of my work outside Model Women Council is around domestic, with domestic violence clients, and I'm seeing this since 10 years. So it's very important for our women to be educated, come back from back home, but to be in better jobs. So if they need to go back to schools, if they need to be connected to these groups, it is very important. You know what I mean? That would help them, their kids, and empower them further. Yeah, please.
Fazia, as you said that you help people get out of the stress and mental health. During COVID, we all are seeing that there has been an alarming rise in the violence against women, as Asma is also talking about the domestic violence. Do you have any tip for the women who are going through that and who are staying in the same house with the perpetrator?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. And, every situation is different, and the circumstances around the situations are unique to each household. However, I would suggest, not just for the women that are going through this experience, but for anyone, like we have our families, and before COVID, we were all complaining that we didn't have enough time. And we were, we would see our families as ships passing in the night. And all of a sudden COVID happened and everyone is stuck in the house. And maybe you love your family, but maybe you don't want to see them and be with them 24/7. And that's totally okay. And that's the thing that we need to understand, is that even though we may be within, under one roof, we still have to take the time for self-care. We have to set those healthy boundaries. We have to set time up during the day for our quiet solitude. Find a space within your home that is your quiet space, and take the time to go and just be with yourself and be with your thoughts. And that goes for everyone, because it can get overwhelming. Like going through this COVID and this whole year, it's hard. You know, people are struggling and they're saying, I'm not doing COVID well, and I'm challenged and I'm having a hard time. You're having a hard time because it's hard to go through a pandemic and be stuck under one roof with people, you know, day in and day out. So what we need to do is understand that we're in this for some time. It's not disappearing anytime soon. So how do we accommodate with the current situation? How do we maintain our mental health? How do we maintain that physical space so it allows us for our solitude to be able to put attention to our self-care? And that comes down to setting healthy boundaries. It comes down to having conversations within the home and recognizing that, you know, emotions and situations arise and escalate because people are having a hard time dealing with this. And so if we feel like we're just kind of stuck together, we start taking it out on the people that we're closest to. But if we have strategies set up where we're able to go and do our own thing in different parts of the home, or, you know, however it may be, go for a walk, be on your own, spend some time by yourself, it allows you to let out some steam and maybe get on the phone and talk to someone else so you have different conversation. But there are things that can be done. It's just baby steps, and sometimes it just, you know, when you're down and in a situation, that's the worst time to try to figure out what to do. And unfortunately, we've all been thrown into this situation, and we're all just trying to figure out what works. So I think, you know, if anyone would like to connect and go over some strategies that, you know, further, I am available for that. But again, like, you know, Meetha and Asma are saying, what Molton Women Council offers is for women to come together and allow that release. They create that space and the environment for women to be able to come and share and get things off their chest and learn from each other.
Okay, one last question from Meetha ji. Meetha ji, did you learn this from somebody, that healing thing, healing chakras? How can one common person come to you, approach you, and learn and heal?
Yes, of course. I have learned. I'm a certified healer and trainer. I can train in Yoga Pranavidya, and you can always approach me through Molton Women Council and through social media, as Fozia said. And apart from that, and thank you for asking me that. But apart from that, you had just asked Asma about the funding thing. I'm more closely associated with one of the projects of Molton Women Council called All Is Well, and which is funded by Employment and Social Development Canada, where we have programs. We are having programs since August for seniors, so which is a very important section of our society who is being looked after by the Molton Women Council. And we've had many programs with respect to their socio-emotional well-being, financial literacy, digital literacy. We have had meditations in our shows. We have had beauty care, shows in our program, and we have had programs about related to abstract art, taking care of your advanced planning, and so many caregiver burnout, effective communication, parenting perspective, because the seniors as grandparents face certain problems, or as parents also certain parents face certain problems. So we have had sessions on physical fitness, emotional fitness, and of course entertainment.
Entertainment is, of course,
Yes.
your passion and your one of the specialization. It was wonderful having you ladies on my show. You are also powerful, so full of skills and energy. And I'm going to share all your information on my site here after the program. Also, I'm going to be sharing all your information with the people who are going to ask me, and otherwise also on my other channel. And I hope you keep on carrying on this your great art and great program, and keep spreading a lot of love and warmth and energy in the community around here. Thank you so much, ladies. Merry Christmas and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Agda.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
So that was Molton Women Council, a wonderful ladies organization who are there helping you for anything and everything. You just have to connect with them, call them, email them, get in touch with them for anything and everything that you're facing, that you need to know, that you need to talk, and they're there to help you. Next segment is Christmas Chronicle Movie Mania. That was wonderful movie trailer. Do I have Dianne Burge in the studio? It's all right. Maybe she's getting some connection issues. This was the pick of the week, and I wish I could get in touch with her, who's going to be sharing her reviews on this. Well, I would ask Malika Sotinathan if she can join and give us her review on this. Okay, Dianne is here. Hello, Dianne. Can I have you on the screen?
Hi.
Hello. Merry Christmas. Wonderful to see you.
I'm all dressed for the holidays.
Yeah, of course. You look like that. Very nice. So what was the reason? Why did you choose this picture, this movie?
With everything that's going on right now in the world with COVID and this time of year when a lot of people already feel depressed, I wanted to pick something that I thought would try to maybe, lift my spirits, get me into that holiday mood.
So what do you suggest the viewers? Is it
So basically this is a sequel to the first movie, which was released 2 years ago for Netflix, and it stars Kurt Russell as Santa Claus and Goldie Hawn as Mrs. Claus, and Darby Camp revised her role as the little girl Kate Pierce. It's directed by Chris Columbus, who's directed like a lot of really famous family movies like Home Alone, Harry Potter, that kind of thing. Basically, it reunites Kate Pierce, picks up where the first movie left off, and reunites her with Santa Claus because, as you can see from the trailer, there's an evil elf, or used to be elf, who is disgruntled with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and wants to destroy the North Pole, destroy Christmas, and I honestly, I had not seen the first movie before I watched this. It has some great digital effects. It's great for children, although there are some scenes, for example, that kind of almost reminded me of Gremlins. When you see the elves all of a sudden go from good to bad, I think that might be a little scary for some of the younger kids, but Kurt Russell is absolutely fabulous. He makes the movie as Santa Claus. It's very amusing, and as a family film, I think if you want something that's cute, just sit down with the family, maybe have some popcorn, try and get into the holiday spirit. I think it's perfect for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving your reviews on the Christmas Chronicle too. I would certainly go for this movie tonight. It's Christmas time. That's all we can do. Sit indoor, watch something online, Netflix, Amazon. That's the only way, the best way to celebrate Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let everyone else also be in a good, healthy atmosphere around. Thank you so much, Dianne, for coming down. And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Have
Christmas
a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend.
Okay, bye.
That's okay. That was Dianne Burge with Christmas Chronicle Review. Let's have another entertainment section. Best practices. Sharami Ray. Can I have you on the screen, Sharami? Hello.
Hello, Ekta. How are you?
I am very blessed and very happy, very delighted to see your powerful dance performance.
Thank you so much.
I would like to tell my viewers here, she's been in Canada for more than 10 years. She participated in, won a title in Miss South Asia Canada, Mrs. South Asia.
Mrs. Yes.
And she's a proud mom of a 7-year-old daughter. What's the reason for this well-toned body, this beauty, this shining skinny?
Well, thank you so much. First of all, let me thank you for inviting me to this show. It's a pleasure. As far as the well-toned body is concerned, to be very honest, it's nothing but I work out. I'm a foodie. I love eating. I'm a Bengali. I love my sweets. So I never ever go on crash diets. But yes, one thing that I do is focus on exercise and fitness and working out. So I guess that's what actually shows up.
Yes, definitely. You have a studio in your home, but after this COVID thing started, you started taking classes online.
That is correct.
So
Yes.
tell me, how did this start? Like, was it your passion or?
So, yes, it's actually very interesting. I'm originally from Mumbai. So I'm a big self-confessed Bollywood buff. I love Bollywood. And the last couple of years, especially after my daughter was born, I had some issues with weight and stuff. So I had started becoming very focused on fitness. And I realized that that's something I enjoy and I'm very passionate about that as well. So it was last year when a couple of friends in my neighborhood, they had enjoyed my performance in a program and they were like, you know what, Sharmini, why don't you start teaching us dance? And I was like, who's going to learn dance from me? I mean, I didn't take it seriously initially. But then they insisted and I said, okay, let's give it a try. And that's how last year in November, I started this dance studio at my house. And when I was choreographing the steps, I felt that let's me not just focus on Bollywood. Let me try to do a fusion of Bollywood as well as, HIIT moves. So HIIT is high intensity interval training, which I think is excellent form of exercise for women, especially. It has like high knees and squats and lunges and all those kinds of things. So it has benefited me a lot. I thought that let me try to choreograph in such a way that these Bollywood moves, the typical latka jhatka moves that we have, which we really enjoy, let me include that and fuse that with some HIIT moves just to make it very interesting and fun for the ladies. And at the same time, at the end of it, they would know that, yes, they've had a good workout. They'll be drenched in sweat. Their heart rate will be high and they would be feeling really good. It'll be a good cardio. So that's how it all started. Like you said, of course, when COVID broke out sometime in March this year, I had to close down the studio. And then sometime, just about a month or so earlier, I started the same thing online. And by God's grace, the response has been great so far.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sharmi. I have myself attended your
Yes, you
session.
have. That's right.
It is a very, very, very interesting, intense, and a powerful. And yes, of course, you sweat pretty well by the end of 1 hour.
Yes.
So I would ask my viewers to go ahead, give a chance. We sitting at home, we don't have gyms, we have nothing. Why not make use of this facility? Attend her classes online. She doesn't even charge much, just $10 per class. And it's a very good workout. It's a very, very good fitness class. Thank you so much, Sharmi, for agreeing to be a part of my show today. It was
my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Have a
lovely day.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, that was Sharami Ray. I will share her details in the side on my YouTube channel as well. You guys can get in touch with her. And let's see what we have next. I guess we have Patricia Lobo. The crispiest poetry is here. I'm so excited for that. Hello, Patricia.
Hello. Good morning. It's wonderful to be on your show. I've been listening to the last few people, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you for inviting.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm just waiting for that Christmas poetry, but let's have the video first. love Christmas. Just waiting for your poetry. Come on. What do you have for us today?
Absolutely. So before I go into the poetry, I would like to give in a few details about what the poetry is, just to set the context. So since it's Christmas time, and it's Christmas in my house as well, and it's one of the major festivals for all Christians across the world. It is the biggest festival of the year since it comes towards the year end. There's a lot of baking. So I've been baking for a week. There's rum cake, there's cookies, there's so much, and the entire kitchen smells beautiful with those spices.
Watching. Oh my God.
Absolutely. So today's poetry that I chose is written by Bernard Howie, and it's called "The Smells of Christmas," completely depicting how a house smells just during Christmas. Right. So going ahead,
yes,
this is how we start. He starts the poem with, "I love the smell of Christmas, along with all the lights, log in the fireplace on the cold winter nights. The smell of Christmas goodies, we are all held with tender care. The smell is just the greatest, there's nothing to compare. The evergreen so fragrant, the smell of Christmas season, like the hanging of mistletoe, that's done for a good reason. The red berries of the hollies, in the arrangement on the table side, then in the Christmas is the stable. Bonita all around to balance off the garland. Music boxes every place brought by my sweet darling. Cinnamon and peppermint fills the air, that's all in the house. And what is stirring in the night, that is not the Christmas mouse. Those pines that make me droop, just sitting there on the shelf, just that were made so special and jolly, that Christmas elf."
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Loved it. Thank you so much for agreeing at the last minute and coming on my show. I would request my friend Malika Sothinathan, the co-host of my program, if she can also come up and join us. I guess she's taking time, or maybe she's not prepared yet. Due to family commitment, she declined to come on shows. And so I had to take the lead myself. Well, Patricia, what do you do otherwise? I would like to know something about you.
Currently, I work as an office manager for the Peel District School Board. So I work at schools. I'm on my winter break. That's the privilege of working in schools.
Thank you so much. So here I have my gorgeous, my love, Malika Sothinathan. So happy to see you, Malika. How are you doing in India?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much, everybody. Can you hear me?
Of
course. You all can hear me, right? Awesome, awesome. Yes, I have to thank the entire team and all the guests today. It was an amazing. Thank you very much for all your kind support. I know I came. This was a vision that we had to put this program together, and then Christmas, my most favorite. Actually, the most favorite festival, because I love Christmas, and during December I love Costco. I love going to all the C's, okay, church, Costco, carols. Christmas is such a beautiful thing, and I want to thank Patricia for coming in and sharing. Patricia, before I wanted to ask you this question, because she has such a beautiful vocabulary. Ekta, I have heard her speak. She's been a Toastmaster as well. She's amazing in her speeches. Patricia, tell us something about your literary journey as well, and how you inspire people to join something like that to improve their not only the speaking style. I think it's also everything that comes with it, right?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ekta. I've always been encouraged to read a lot from childhood. So that's where my literary journey actually begins. I've been reading a lot. I started very early, maybe at 3 or 4. And I eventually went on to learn better English when I was back in college. So I have a majors in mass media and communication, which finances my vocabulary. And I also have a minors in literature. At the same time, I was with Toastmasters, but I've been on the stage since the age of 3. And I did not know then that public speaking was something that is a recognizable talent or something to be doing. I just started as something that I never had stage fear. I was born for the stage probably, and I can speak at any platform at any point. It doesn't make me nervous. It's just me. So I started at 3. I was in dramatics. So a lot of plays. I had a good influence to good literature. I met couple of few writers. I've been in writing clubs. I do not read so much as much I used to read earlier, but I do read not literature. I do not read literature as such, but I read on and off. I'm into poetry. Well, that's something that I love a lot. And I read snippets and I follow a few renowned literatures. I used to attend Indian literature festivals at a point. Hopefully I could do the same coming here as well. So that's my little journey.
Very nice. I
would like to officially welcome aboard. Yeah. I would like to officially welcome you aboard, and we'll see a lot more of your activities. So thank you so much for coming in today, and thanking you for being part of the show.
Absolutely.
So now I wanted to thank you so much. And so now I would like to thank my buddy Ekta, who has taken this show this far. I hope you're all enjoying, right? I'm sure on your feedback is very important. Please do keep writing to us, and email already. You can always reach us on the website. But Ekta and the entire team, we have Rahul, who is doing the controls. I wanted to thank each one of Laboni, who has been coordinating so many things in the background, doing editing. Shanku is just beside me in India, so he's doing the video. And then we have another Malika, who does all our graphics. So this is the core team. And did I miss anybody, Ekta? And Yashasvi, who it's a birthday today. So actually, that was my plan and surprise. Is Yashasvi around somewhere? Can she come on screen?
I have no idea.
Our book of she's our book coordinator. So we are going to sing a happy birthday song for Yashasvi. Okay, that's why I said if she's there. Yashasvi's birthday today, so happy birthday to you, Yashasvi. And we always like to celebrate those special moments. And I want to immensely thank everybody for their prayers. My dad is home with me, so I just have no words to share. This was a little vision. I never knew we will make this a nice live show, interactive, and we are having various kinds of people coming and sharing their story. Over to you, Ekta.
Thank you so much, Malika. I'm so delighted to have you back on the screen today. This is something I've been actually missing from last 2 shows, and just keep coming on the show, buddy. This was something this was your baby, which I'm taking care of it now. But I am sure soon we're going to be doing this together, and the audience is going to have a lot of fun with our chit chat and our new, people coming up and new organizations and whatever is going on in the city. Thank you so much, Malika.
One correction. It's not my baby. It's our baby. It's all it's a one whole big family, happy family, and we are really enjoying this journey. We never even thought we'll go get past 1. Actually, that was how it was. But today, when I saw all the guests and the kind of information they were sharing, especially even the nurse, I think she did an amazing job. Actual factuals. Yes, that was amazing. So the choice of guests, everything is falling in place. And all we need to do is keep supporting each other, holding each other's hand, and I'm sure we'll get there. Stay safe.
Thank you so much. It was really, really wonderful to have you back on my show, our show. All right. Thank you so much, viewers. Just keep on sending your critiques, your comments, your likes and dislikes, and also tell me how to improve more. A Merry Christmas to everyone. See you again next week with more powerful people, more information, and have a good one. Thank you, everyone.